So check it out. Here's a tender I'd been working on. It's a Sound of Power tender. The board was no good in it, so I put a Lionel Sound of Steam board, one of the early ones. They do work really well for these, and Marx Sound of Power board's a little hard to come by. So anyway, I also replaced the capacitors in the Lionel board so it would work properly. And then I decided to custom paint it, and I made the nickel plate road decals. I also put the handrails on there with the little cotter pins. I use the metal from Surveyor flags to do that. So then what was I going to actually hook it up to? Well, I was on eBay the other night, and I found this little $9.99. It had been cut down. And so somebody made a little 040 switcher out of it. It looks really cool. I just had to do a little touch-up on the paint, so I'll show it to you here. So here it is, and I added the white stripe to it. There was a little gap here, and you could see the side rods poking through, so I filled that in with a little JB Weld steel stick, and I touched it up. I also put an E7 headlight lens in it so that I could add a 19-volt LED because it didn't have a headlight. But whoever built it did a really nice job. The seam is like right here, but you can barely see it. So they also used a 1666 motor in it, so it has the double reduction gearing and it runs really smooth. And so I thought we'd test it out and see what kind of puller it is. But then I decided to add a reversing light to the tender, so I'll show you that. And there's also a video I made of, earlier on how to do that. So here we go. Let me pick up the camera a little first here, and then we can follow it around. Now we'll see if the backup light works, and it does. It's another 19-volt LED. And again, backup light goes out when it's going forward, and comes on in reverse. So let's actually hook it up to a train and see what kind of puller it is. Let me set the camera down and we'll check it out. This is mostly a Lionel type cars, so let me back off the camera out there a little bit. There we go. And here we go. We'll take it for a test run. Oh, we gotta back it up a little bit more. There, let's have it. Huh, it doesn't want to hook up. There. That got it. Wow, it's a decent little puller. That's quite a heavy train. Those are all either Lionel or some K-line, and the one Skittles car is Menards. But both those lighted cabooses have pickups on both wheels, so that's not an easy train to pull, and yet that little guy didn't have any problem with it at all. I like my headlight too, that came out really nice. The warm white LED. Sound of Power tender sounds good with that Lionel board in it. And we'll pick the camera up and follow it around a little bit. It's amazing. It's just a really cute little engine that somebody did a really nice job building anyway. As I said before, I suspect it was my buddy Zoltan from Canada that he does a lot with these. Just a it runs great, pulls great. I'm just amazed at how much this little engine will pull. And we'll set the camera back down gently, hopefully. Find a happy medium here. My camera doesn't want to... Yeah, let's try it right there. So the backup light is actually tethered to the locomotive. I'll show you. There's a quick disconnect plug there, and so it gets its power right from the motor, and that's by hooking it up to one side of the field coil is what makes that diode work properly, and so it'll only come on when the engine's going in reverse. Take it back around one more time. So I found that on eBay for 12 bucks, which surprised me. Cleaned it up, touched up the paint, did a little bit of work on it to get it running good, and added the sound and power tender with a backup light, and now it's just a really neat little switcher. So thanks again for watching. God bless. Never forget, Jesus is Lord.